Whether you're a fan of the critically acclaimed masterpiece drama or simply a lover of early 20th century fashion, here's a chance to see some of the iconic outfits worn by the Crawley family, their downstairs servants, and the rest of the cast of Downton Abbey. Is this different for you folks to have an exhibit of this type?
Yeah, we are really dedicated to supporting local and regional artists. So typically you'll see either one artist showing about 50 paintings or about 50 artists showing one painting each up here. And we really try to be kind of that place where everyone in Lake Placid comes to see local art. And we still have a gallery on Main Street that's showing about 80 artists. So for us, bringing in a traveling show has always been a dream, but the opportunity really presented itself, and this just seemed like such a great fit for the community with the history of the Lake Placid Club. A lot of the local families, their ancestors worked at the club. And so they'll be able to relate a little bit more to the downstairs set of the show, I think.
Tell us about the exhibit.
So it is 35 costumes coming from every season of Downton Abbey, and then 2 costumes coming from the films. There's a great balance of really traveling through the generations of the fashion that the show spans. So we've got the flapper collection and the suits and the ties and the riding outfits and some of the wedding dresses and a little bit of everything.
So for fans of the show, they'll recognize these costumes.
Pretty much every costume, the fans and myself who, have seen these costumes, they can tell you what scene and what happened and who met who wearing that outfit, and it's pretty magic.
And the other thing is you have some props from the show too.
We do, of course, including the famous bell box from the wall of bells from the servants' quarters. I mean, it's an amazing system because these houses had, 40, 50 rooms, and so you needed your servants to know where to find you because you didn't have walkie-talkies or phones at that point.
For fans of the show, the great thing is that along with the costumes, there's a description of which episode it came from, which scene, so it takes them right back to.
And spotted throughout, you'll see historical references of what was going on in the world at the time. So both in the fashion world and just in the world in general. We do touch on World War I, both in the series and in the collection. Sybil's nursing uniform is in the show, which is pretty amazing to see in person.
So you're watching the Downton Abbey series right now, and you said you were watching just the other day when you saw an episode in the morning, and lo and behold, you got here and there was one of the costumes.
Yeah, the riding outfit that Lady Mary wears when she meets Matthew Crawley for the very first time. And she has this kind of great moment, where she walks in as he's saying, not nice things about the family. And she walks in and just has this amazing outfit on. And I walked in and we unpacked that outfit that day. So it was right there in front of us.
And the great thing about this exhibition is sometimes exhibitions stay 10 days, stay a week, 10 days. This is here all summer for folks to come and enjoy.
Yeah, well, for the Art Center, this is such an amazing opportunity because we do a little bit of everything from education to performances, which we're trying to get people to come for a 2-hour moment in time. And so this show will open June 22nd and then run until September 10th. So there's plenty of time to come, and travel just to see the show, and then hopefully check out our restaurants and hotels. But it's also a great opportunity to really come back multiple times. I think you see it once and you have those initial kind of jitters, but when you see it a couple times, you'll really start to see the beadwork and the details and the real artistry in, everything it takes to make these costumes.
The costumes they're seeing were the costumes the actors wore. I mean, this was the wardrobe for the show.
Oh yeah, and there's little details if you look real close on some of the costumes. If you look like on the dresses where the knees would go if they were seated, you can actually see little tea stains. There's little rips, little stains and tears and imperfections that come from them being worn on set for a week while they were filming that episode. So this is Maggie Smith wore the dresses you're seeing, in this collection.
The Lake Placid Center for the Arts will host the exhibit featuring 35 costumes, including hats and jewelry, as well as some very recognizable props from the show. Dressing the Abbey, a costume exhibition, will be at the Lake Placid Center for the Arts now through September 10th.